Joining us on the front straightaway for tonight's opening ceremonies, we have Scout Pack 457 from New Stanton and Pack 454 from Center Township, presenting our nation's colors. We also have Juno-esque here to perform our national anthem. Before we get that started, we will turn the microphone over to late model driver John Messenger for an invocation. So at this time, we ask that each and every one of you please rise from your seats. Gentlemen, remove your caps, and if you are moving around the grounds of the Motordrome Speedway, we ask that you pause with us for our invocation and the playing of our national anthem. And now, Mr. John Messenger.
Please bow your heads. Lord, we thank you for all the great things that you give us here on this earth, and we look forward to meeting you up in heaven soon. Please watch over all the fans that's here and all the crew members and all the drivers. Please keep everyone safe as they travel home tonight. In your holy and precious and loving name, we beg you please. Amen.
And now to perform our national anthem, Juno-esque.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Fantastic. Thank you to John Messenger, Pack 457 of New Stanton, Pack 454 of Center Township, and Juno-esque for performing our national anthem this evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to go NASCAR racing? Drew Kostelnik drives car number 57 starting third. Then it's Sean Phillips of Waynesburg in 31. Last week's winner, Adam Kostelnik in the 05. Dave the Hammer Tavermina drives car 25. Points leader Frank Turek in the 5. 64 is Bill Henry. 69 is Joe Nicola. 74, Jason Holder back after a grinding crash 2 weeks ago. And the 10 is Bill Ashton. 8 laps the distance, the first Subway Street Stock preliminary heat race of the night. Former Pure Stock champion Rich Nicola leads the way. Rich Nicola in car 34, your leader from Pittsburgh. Then from North Braddock, Pennsylvania in 57, young Andrew Kostelnik, who got his first career win last season. In third, Rich Burbage in 77 from Newcastle, who led many laps in last week's feature event. Then the 05 and 31 side by side. That's Adam Kostelnik, last week's street stock winner and defending modified champion, taking fourth spot away from Phillips, door to door for second. Burbage in 77, loose handling, drifting up the racetrack in turn 4. Kostelnik sneaks through in the 05 as his younger brother Andrew Kostelnik had to back off the hammer for Burbage and loses 2 spots. Now points leader Frank Turek in car number 5 is wheel to wheel with young Kostelnik in 57. 34, Rich Nicola, the Pittsburgh driver, your leader, the 1996 Pure Stock champion at the Speedway. 4 laps down and 4 to go as crossed flags indicate halfway. Nicola leading Adam Kostelnik in the Folkmeyer Racing 05. Adam Kostelnik got his first Motordrome Street Stock win last Friday night, although he leads in victories with the modified division here. Wheel to wheel for the lead out of turn number 4, nearly a dead heat at the line. But on lap number 5 of 8, Adam Kostelnik, officially the leader by just inches over Rich Nicola in car 34. Nicola has been very strong in the recent 5 or 6 weeks of action, moving up to third after starting mid-pack. It's Frank Turek. Three cars separating from the rest of the field, but now 4-time winner Joe Nicola in car 69 pulls alongside the 31 of Sean Phillips. They're 2 by 2, 4th, 5th, 6th, and the battle beyond. Joe Nicola in 69 now emerges with the 4th position as the white flag indicates final lap. Leading on the final lap after his first feature win in the division last Friday, a first heat race win in the Subway Street Stocks for Adam Kostelnik in the 05. Austin Mills, West Virginia in car 22, and Greensburg's Steve Black in car number 1. Curtis Stewart drives the 55, Chad Hemphill in the 18. We're green and racing. 10 laps for the Napa NASCAR Super Late Models, and Brandon Mans jumps out to an early lead. Door to door, the battle for second, Gary Wiltrout in the 60, and late model rookie Greg Kelly in the 98 fighting for the runner-up spot. As Brandon Mans opens up a big lead, Wiltrout takes control of the second position. Just behind him, points leader Richard Mitchell in car 22 and Greg Kelly in 98. Mitchell is the leading feature winner this season in car 22, and he's quickly challenging for the second spot. Wiltrout drifts up and has to lift off the throttle out of turn number 2, and Richard Mitchell takes control of second place. The points leader from Brewston Mills, West Virginia in car 22, now riding in the second position with Brandon Mans out front. Mans, the third-year late model driver from North Huntington in car 15, seeking a career-first feature victory, but has been ultra-consistent this year. He was second in the point standings for much of the season. Last week, he fell back to third with the Office Plus Mans Home Medical Ford Taurus number 15. With 4 of 10 laps completed, Mans leads Mitchell. Greg Kelly with a stellar run, hanging on to third spot, and Gary Wiltrout, the former track champion, loses another spot on the racetrack to John Messenger in 51. And Wiltrout with a problem as that car did not look to be up to speed. The lint flooring, Benz Motorsports number 60 Chevrolet heads down pit road. The former track champion coming into tonight in the 5th position in the championship standings retires from this heat race with Brandon Mans out front, Richard Mitchell in second, Greg Kelly third, and now Mr. Consistency, John Messenger, another West Virginian in car 51, up to 4th spot with Steve Black in the Penn West Toyota Lift number 1, hanging on to a top 5 position. Challenge for the lead. Richard Mitchell in car 22 and Brandon Mans in 15. The Pennsylvanian driving the Ford number 15 and the West Virginian piloting a Chevrolet Monte Carlo on the inside. Nearly a dead heat at the scoring line with 2 laps to go. Mans with 1 preliminary heat race win this season. Mitchell so far with 8 heat race victories in car 22. Door to door in turns 3 and 4. The battle rages on at the white flag. Final lap, Mitchell is the leader. Brandon Mans hangs strong to the outside in car 15. Now Mitchell opens up a 2-car length advantage on the final circuit. Into turns 3 and 4. And the current NASCAR late model points leader sees another checkered flag. Richard Mitchell wins over Brandon Mans. Komarinsky. 00 is Larry Bahana, and making his first start in car number 57, Matt Hauser as the green flag wave. Three wide on the back straight. Beck is the early leader, but all eyes watching mid-pack duel between Dave Merrow in 69, Sean Pilla in 5, and Dan Lewis in the 8. Things are finally settling down as the lead battle intensifies now. Four-time feature winner Bobby Henry in the 11, inching out in front of Tom Beck in 91, a recent modified feature winner. Beck, defending champion at Jennerstown Speedway in car 91, falls back to second. Henry the leader on lap 2 with Beck, and then Sean Pilla in third. Pole sitter Dave Merrow got loose and had to back off the throttle, losing several positions, allowing Dan Lewis of Monongahela in car 8 to take over fourth. He's battling with 20-year veteran John Komarinsky in the Rolling Rock 33. Komarinsky now getting the best of the late model rookie Dan Lewis. Komarinsky squeezing into fourth place after 2 consecutive top 5 feature finishes. Lewis was a winning driver in the truck division and made a few starts in this late model last season before an all-out campaign in 2006. Henry the leader, Beck in second, Pilla in third, then Komarinsky and Lewis, with Larry Bahana in car 00 looking to challenge the young Monongahela driver of number 8, Dan Lewis. Bobby Henry with a big lead in car number 11. Last week's feature win advanced him to second in the championship chase behind Mitchell. Tom Beck in the 91. A distant second with 3 laps to go. Sean Pilla in third. Komarinsky in fourth, and Dan Lewis fighting off Larry Bahana to maintain the 5th position in this second Napa NASCAR Super Late Model heat on Yellow Book night at the races. White flag in the air. Bobby Henry in car number 11 already this season has won 7 preliminary heat races. As the R&R Motorsports Lint Flooring Stone and Company Megan Ford Fusion enters turn number 3, he will head for another checkered flag. Bobby Henry gets the win in his heat race. Teenager Tom Frank. The 01 is Bell Vernon's Harry Opfer. 40 is Brian Ship. 32 Matt Panaya as the green flag waves. George Nicola in car 97 gets the break at the wave of the green flag. He has 1 feature victory this season and 1 preliminary heat race win in car 97. His uncle Jim Nicola now up to 2nd spot as a former champion. Jim Nicola in the 5, yet to see a checkered flag this season. Then Tom Frank in car 6. Sophomore driver from Concord, Ohio in 3rd. And Harry Opfer in the 01, the much improved Bell Vernon driver, longtime veteran, has been very strong of late. Front row starter Rick Huffman of Jefferson Hills in the 9 was briefly in jeopardy of falling off the scoreboard as Matt Panaya in the 32 was briefly challenging. Now it's Bob Ship in the 04 who makes an outside pass of Panaya and tries to advance on the 9 of Huffman. Three of 8 laps are completed. George Nicola opens up a big lead on his uncle Jim Nicola. Tom Frank in 3rd, Harry Opfer 4th, and Rick Huffman fighting off both Bob Ship and Matt Panaya to maintain 5th position. heated battle for fifth continues. Rick Huffman in the 9 received some rear contact from Bob Shipp, and that allowed Matt Panaya from Plumboro in car 32 to sneak up and crack the top 5 in this heat race. George Nicola the leader in car 97, Jim Nicola in second in car 5. Harry Opfer in the 0-1 now challenging young Tom Frank for third position. Opfer was a guest on our pre-race radio show on AM 590 WMBS of Uniontown. As the white flag waves, Opfer may be able to mount a serious challenge for a podium position, challenging Frank for third. With the white flag in the air, George Nicola out to a big lead over his former champion Uncle Jim in car 5. And for the second time in 2006, a heat race victory goes to George Nicola. Finishing fifth in car 32 from Plumboro, Matt Panaya. Finishing fourth in the 0-1 from Bell Vernon, Harry Opfer. Finishing third from leader in car 60, Adam Kostelnik from East McKeesport. Green flag is out, 8 laps the distance. Lonnie Hoffman, a Subway Street Stock graduate in car 94, the Al Civic-owned Froggy-sponsored machine out in front. Second in the championship points, it's Gary Scott, and he's not going to be second for long on the racetrack. He makes a bid for the lead in car 16. Gary Scott takes over the lead after winning last week's 25-lapper. Lonnie Hoffman drifts up the racetrack, opens the door for Pittsburgh's Bernie McQuillan in car 45. McQuillan, a newcomer to modified racing, won his heat last week and brings Bo Glemba in the 99 up from the rear of the field. Glemba started in the next to last row in car 99, and the Charleroi newlywed is up to the third position now. Behind him, the Viglione Motorsports teammates of Tom Beck in 68 and Adam Kostelnik, defending champion, in 60. Gary Scott opens up a big lead at the halfway point in this event over Bernie McQuillan, and then the fast advancing Bo Glemba and Adam Kostelnik. Glemba in car 99 is a 2-time feature winner this season. Kostelnik in the 60 is a 3-time feature winner as defending champ. They are bearing down on the 45 of Bernie McQuillan. Glemba wheel to wheel with the 99 now at the scoring line, but on lap 5 of 8, McQuillan officially hangs on to the spot by half a car length. Gary Scott, the Irwin, Pennsylvania resident, out in front. Bernie McQuillan of Pittsburgh in second. Bo Glemba third. Adam Kostelnik in fourth and challenging quickly for third. They are wheel to wheel in turn 2. McQuillan in second has 2 heavy hitters right behind him. Kostelnik in car 60 looking to make an outside pass of Bo Glemba in 99. White flag waves over leader Gary Scott. McQuillan still hangs on to second. Now Tom Beck in the 68, the white-roofed Viglione racing machine, diving to the inside of his teammate Kostelnik. Beck won the feature about 3 weeks ago. Kostelnik a winner 2 weeks ago. And seeing the checkered flag, Gary Scott with another heat race victory. And we get set to go 6 laps of racing for the Yellow Book Charger division. Three wide racing into turn number 3. Abbott in the middle, Broadwater on the low side, Oldham up top, and Rick Broadwater, a 2-time feature winner last season, emerges with the lead. Yellow Book Chargers are 8-cylinder rear-wheel drive, automatic transmission, street passenger cars, modified only for driver safety and racing on street tires. Broadwater in car 9 from Level Green taking the lead. A great run for the Star Junction Racing team. In the second position, Clifford Abbott has the 51 car looking strong tonight. His car owner is Kevin Ludwig, who competes in the 4-cylinder division. On lap 3 of 6, Broadwater leading Abbott, and then rookie Ed Neidhart in car 68 from Renfrew in 3rd. Robbie Hott in the 16 is 4th. Abbott in the 51 drops a wheel off the pavement into the apron of the speedway, and that allows the 68 of Neidhart to make a run on him down the back straight. They are door to door in turn number 3, both seeking a career first checkered flag. White flag, meanwhile, signals final lap to Rick Broadwater. The Armory Locksmiths Oldsmobile, number 9 of Broadwater, leading a 2x2 battle for 2nd and a 2x2 battle for 4th. Neidhart, the rookie, finally climbs into 2nd spot after working hard around the 51 of Abbott. And here's the checkered flag for Rick Broadwater in car 9. Need the attention of all the box leader, Tracy Keller. 34 is 2-time winning rookie Aaron Minjock. And the 7 of Matt Gardner as we get the green flag. Andy Hogan in the 70 car. That's the definition of a loose handling condition. He manages to save it while Aaron Minjock squeezes by on the high side. Up front, Jimmy Stokes in the 95 from West Newton. In 2nd, Tracy Keller, the points leader in 1. Riding in 3rd, division rookie after 2 wins last year in the 4 cylinders, Matt Gardner in the West Side Lube and Tire number 7 machine. A Monte Carlo in 1st, a Pontiac in 2nd, and a Monte Carlo in 3rd. The 2 leading winners in the division racing 1 and 2 in this heat race, Jimmy Stokes and Tracy Keller. Then rookie driver to this division, Matt Gardner in the 7. And a 2-time winning rookie, the Buick Regal 34 is Aaron Minjock. Caution flag for debris in turns 3 and 4. Saw a couple of pieces break loose from the Andy Hogan number 70 machine. And that will bring out a caution on lap 3 of 6 for the Yellow Book Chargers. Green flag comes back out for the Yellow Book Charger heat race. Jimmy Stokes, Tracy Keller, Matt Gardner, the front 3. Race fans, purchase your souvenir program for a chance to win door prizes at intermission, and purchase your Smithton Volunteer Fire Company 50/50 raffle tickets. We just have another heat race to go before it's feature action time on Yellow Book night at the races. Tracy Keller in car number 1. And Jimmy Stokes in the 95, the 2 most successful drivers in this division in 2006 up front in this heat race. White flag indicates final lap to Jimmy Stokes. Checkered flag waving for Jimmy Stokes in car 95. Andy Hogan spins in turn 4 once again in car 70. Tough heat race for the 70 of Andy Hogan, but finishing 5th in car 11, Denny Keller. In her life in car 44. Three wide racing around the speedway in the 4-cylinder Advance Auto Parts Yellow Book Charger division. Trying to identify the driver of car number 1 making a first start tonight. I believe that machine is coming out of the Keller Racing Camp. That red Cavalier in second position, battling with the 05 of Andy Giles, is making its first voyage of the season. Last year, the car was driven by Richie Miller, and that number 1 paced over the door indicates possibly a Keller Racing entry in third, while veteran Larry Vance, who has 2 consecutive heat race wins coming into tonight, has the Ford out in front. On lap 2 of 5, we have Larry Vance leading with a Ford, Andy Giles in second with a Mopar, and a Chevrolet Cavalier in third, driven by, your guess is as good as mine. Larry Vance in car 28 has 2 heat race wins and 1 feature victory. Also this season with 1 feature victory is sophomore driver Andy Giles in the 05. Closing in quickly, points leader Dan Jordan in 32, who started last on the field, and the 16, which may be driven by defending champion trying also to determine a driver in the 16 car. It could be young Gregory Lynch, who has 1 feature win this season. It could also be Ed Deneen, the defending champ. But as they take their final lap through turns 3 and 4, challenge for the win, Larry Vance in car 28 holds off Giles for the win. Green flag waving, 20 laps the distance for the Subway Street Stock. '34 of Rich Nicola door-to-door with Andrew Kostelnik in 57. 74 of Jason Holder right there in a 3-way battle for the lead. Rich Nicola in that Ford Thunderbird 34 has yet to see a checkered flag this season as a past champion of the Pure Stock division. Andrew Kostelnik in 57 and Jason Holder in 74. Both scored 1 feature victory in 2005, looking for their first of 06. Nicola in 69 gets a bump in the rear from Turek in the 5. Those are the 2 leading winners of the division thus far. Side by side, the battle for 4th. Points leader Frank Turek and young Andrew Kostelnik in 57. Kostelnik has his big brother right there along with Turek. It's the 05 of last week's winner, Adam Kostelnik. Maybe seeing some smoke out the back of the points leader's car number 5, trying to determine if that's an engine problem or tire smoke, as they did some rubbing earlier in this feature event on lap 1. Here comes a challenge for the lead. Rich Nicola has led the first 4 laps, and Jason Holder in the 74 is there and ready to strike. Holder, who took a week off after a grinding crash 2 weeks ago, the Stoystown driver in car 74, making a bid for his first win of the season. Outside of him is 4-time feature winner Joe Nicola in car 69. Rich Nicola hangs on to the lead over Jason Holder in 74. Adam Kostelnik now in the 05, threatening to take 3rd position away from Joe Nicola. He may have that accomplished in turn 4, and he does. Back to battle for fourth now with the points leader. Frank Turek is the 5. 69 of Joe Nicola falling backwards just a bit, and Adam Kostelnik, last week's winner, challenges for the runner-up position. Pulling inside of the 74 of Jason Holder. Last week's winner has only made about 4 or 5 street stock starts here at Motordrome this season, but now takes over second by a fender, officially at the scoring line from Jason Holder, while Rich Nicola continues to lead in his car number 34. Nicola this season looking for his first feature victory, although he does have a heat race win. They are ganging up behind him. Kostelnik and Holder were nearly door to door, and Turek wanted to make it 3 wide on lap 8 of 20. Rich Nicola's Ford Thunderbird has been very fast in recent weeks, but will it have enough to hold off the advances of Adam Kostelnik? 0-5 looking to the inside. Very close racing, maybe trading paint in turn 3. Headed for the scoring line. We have a new leader, Adam Kostelnik. By less than 1 car length, Kostelnik steals the lead from Rich Nicola. Adam Kostelnik now the leader as the crossed flags indicate 10 laps down, 10 laps to go in the Subway Street Stock feature. On Yellow Book night at the races, with Rich Nicola falling 3 or 4 car lengths behind now, and in third, leading division winner Frank Turek in car 5. At this time, all representatives of Calusi Chevrolet, please report to your vehicles and head for the back straight entrance gate to the Speedway. Calusi Chevrolet, your representatives and vehicles need to move to the back straight as we watch a battle for second spot. Frank Turek in the 5, door to door with Rich Nicola in 34 on lap number 12, nearly dead even at the scoring line. Frank Turek in the 5, inching barely in front of the 34 of Nicola. Kostelnik breaks out to a big lead, and we have a caution flag on the speedway. A drawing of one of 3 $25 BP gift cards. Green flag comes out despite Andrew Kostelnik falling out of line. 57 car dropped out of line, but the green flag comes out indicating a clean start for the rest of the field, which finds Adam Kostelnik leading points leader Frank Turek in the 5. Turek dragging a bit of the front nose piece on the left side of the machine, has not slowed him down. Turek has won more features than anybody else this season, and Kostelnik finished second to him in the biggest race of the year just a couple weeks back. Both drivers starting deep in the field, and early race leader Rich Nicola falls to third to battle with relative Joe Nicola in the 69. A family affair is the battle for third. Rich Nicola in 34, Joe Nicola in 69. The leader's advantage is shrinking slightly. Adam Kostelnik with only about a 2.5 car length lead over Frank Turek, and it's in turns 1 and 2, just like that, that Turek gains the most. Out of turn 4, Kostelnik seems to gain a little, but Frank Turek is strong in turns 1 and 2 in car 5. Joe Nicola, meanwhile, has taken control of the third position, sending Rich Nicola back to fourth, and tonight's Subway Challenge driver Tavermina into 5th spot. Andrew Kostelnik retires the 57 car, and a battle for the lead could be shaping up. If Frank Turek can make a pass, it's likely to be turns 1 and 2. Signal given for only 2 laps remaining. Adam Kostelnik, the leader, with 1 victory in Motordrome Street Stock Racing. Frank Turek, the all-time leading winner in the division and 3-time track champion in Car 5. White flag in the air this lap. Kostelnik has no points on the line as he's only competed occasionally this season. Turek has got to be thinking about his championship hopes, not wanting to throw away the title for 1 win. They make contact in turn 2. Rear bumper contact from the 5 to the 05. Both drivers continue and Kostelnik opens up an even bigger lead. Headed to the checkered flag for the 2nd week in a row, it's Adam Kostelnik. Adam Kostelnik, the feature winner. Well, Adam winning the first feature here on Yellow Book Night on a really hot night. First question I have, since you'll be in the modified race, is this track going to change any between now and your modified feature?
Nah, it should stay about the same. It's already made the change. Like I said, it seemed like it loosened up a little bit. We made an adjustment. We start 3rd in the modified, so hopefully we could double up tonight. That's what our goal was. Like I said last week, everybody said I got lucky and won, and well, guess what? I proved them all wrong.
Proving them wrong, coming from the back this time. Last week you started up front, fell back a little, then took the lead. You were way back in this field this week and had to make some early moves to get up to the front.
I was just being patient. Learned a lot last week. The car was bottoming out. We made a bunch of changes this week on the car, and like I said, man, it was just awesome tonight. Like I said, the car was really good. Frank was there, and like I said, he got into me. I know it's just racing with Frank. I know he's not going to dirty me up, but good night for the 05 Folkmeyer car. Like I said, got to thank my sponsors, Stan's Transmission, Heck Corporation. Got to thank Chantel for helping me out. Greg Praisner, my crewman today, a sole crewman, Chucky Slate. Just everybody, it's a team effort. We worked our butts off to work on the car again, and like I said, hopefully we're back here again in the modified.
We'll see him in just a few moments. He collects his first Subway gift certificate for winning tonight's Subway Street Stock feature on Yellow Book Night at the Races, Adam Kostelnik. Of cars and trucks that are sure to please, we're proud to start with the legendary American performance of Chevy's Super Sport heritage, the Chevrolet Impala. Equipped with V8 power for the first time in 10 years, the redesigned 2006 Impala SS is here, featuring a high-tech V8 that's smart enough to shut off half the cylinders for increased fuel economy. Factory-installed remote start, flip and fold rear seat for increased cargo capacity, and standard front and head curtain airbags, the Impala is a leader in its class in every way. The all-new Chevy Impala. It's a whole new animal. Next, the Chevrolet Malibu. What do you get when you mix a powerful 240 horsepower V6 engine, a sport-tuned suspension, and 18-inch wheels? With the fresh new styling of Chevy Malibu, you get the all-new Malibu SS. J.D. Powers & Associates ranked Malibu as the highest-ranked entry mid-size car in initial quality. You can buy Malibu with confidence knowing it's a quality vehicle. Malibu does not lack in safety either, earning 5 stars in U.S. government tests. Chevy Malibu, natural-born overachiever. Monte Carlo. Looking to show off and stand out in the crowd? Look no further than the legendary American performance found in the all-new 2006 Monte Carlo SS. Featuring a 303 horsepower small block V8 engine, which gets 28 highway miles per gallon. Monte Carlo SS is sure to bring a smile to your face. The Chevy Monte Carlo SS small block. Big power. Next, the Chevrolet Cobalt. The small car segment will never be the same again. The Chevy Cobalt offers a complete line of coupes and sedans designed to deliver impressive performance, refinement, and style. Cobalt offers more standard horsepower than Civic or Corolla and 75 refinements to reduce cabin noise and vibration, plus the 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain promise. You get all of this plus great fuel economy and a fantastic price. Chevy Cobalt, the new commotion in the Chevy family. Next up, Trailblazer. The spacious Chevy Trailblazer offers class-leading power from your choice of a 6-cylinder or powerful yet fuel-efficient V8 engine. A long list of safety features including OnStar and StabiliTrack are standard equipment on all models. Chevy Trailblazer. With all this, you can be all that. Next up, the Chevy Silverado. The Chevy Silverado is from the family of Chevy trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. Available in regular, extended, and crew cab configurations, you can use the truck to work in or haul the family. Featuring powerful Vortec engine, Silverado is engineered to do the work you need it to do. Chevy Silverado. It's about tradition. Suburban. The all-new 2007 Suburban builds on 58 years of utility experience and takes the full-size sport utility market to the highest grounds yet. Featuring a powerful V8 engine with active fuel management, Suburban is powerful yet efficient. Suburban offers seating for up to 9 people, plus room to carry their things. New features like ultrasonic rear parking system, power liftgate, factory-installed remote start, and much, much more make this the best Suburban yet. The all-new Chevy Suburban. Even big families will want one. Avalanche. The ultimate utility vehicle just got better. The all-new 2007 Chevy Avalanche features an exclusive mid-gate system that transforms the vehicle from a luxurious passenger hauler to a hard-working 8-foot bed pickup. Avalanche 4x4 comes standard with a flex fuel V8 engine that runs on unleaded gasoline or E85, a blend of 85% ethanol and 15% gasoline. It also features active fuel management that will run the engine on half the cylinders when V8 power is not needed. The all-new Chevy Avalanche. The only one that's two of a kind.
Other people.
Hey, we're down here with Ronald McDonald. And Ronald, I know a collection just took place for the Ronald McDonald House charity. I think the Motordrome fans stood behind that 100%. It's a terrific charity.
On behalf of all my friends at the Ronald McDonald House, I'm sure if they were here, they would thank you in person. However, I will take all of your gratitude in the form of that money and make sure it goes to one of my favorite charities, obviously yours too, the Ronald McDonald House.
Always great to see Ronald McDonald here, and we have crowned a winner in the 2-year-old age group here at the Motordrome Speedway.
It all happened so quickly.
It was over in a heartbeat. It was nearly a photo finish, wasn't it, Ronald?
And their feet are so small.
The light feet are getting the job done tonight, and we're taking a picture of the winner.
There we go. Say cheese.
This age group is headed for their pit stop. They're taking a drink of the water. That's the refueling stop, and we have a winner. Congratulations to our winner. Come over here. What's And we have our next winner crowned. Green flag is waving for the 5- and 6-year-olds. And the shoe change pit stop is holding up a couple of the competitors. Now it's on to the refueling stop, taking a drink of water. Boy, somebody way out in front of this one. We've got a runaway victory here. And Ronald McDonald has convinced the NASCAR officials that he is, in fact, capable to be a flagman and doing a great job of it. For the age 5 and 6 group. And they're off. Race director Ron Brutt continues, as always, telling everybody where they need to be when. That pit stop was rather unsuccessful, but they all did get their refueling stop, and now they all wiping the windshields clean, and we've got a winner.
Yes.
Well, congratulations on winning your age group with a very pretty boxcar, and track photographer Howie Bayless will capture the moment as Victory Lane celebrations continue. Five laps of NASCAR racing. On Yellow Book night at the races, John Komarinsky and Greg Kelly in row 1, Sean Pilla, Steve Black in row 2. Here's the green flag. And the super late model rookie will lead lap number 1. Greg Kelly in car number 98 from Connellsville, 2003 Truck Division champion, out in front of 20-year veteran John Komarinsky in the Rolling Rock 33. Three wide into turn 3. Bobby Henry on the bottom, and Curtis Stewart spins from the outside lane in car 55. Wheel to wheel, the battle for second with Sean Pilla in the 5, Komarinsky in the 33. And Pilla makes the move, completing the pass on lap 3, officially at the scoring line. I thought he was going to work a full car length ahead of Komarinsky, but Komarinsky battles back on the outside. Car 33 showing his 20 years of experience, knowing how to make the high side work, and he has not yet surrendered on lap 4. Pilla still holds the second position by only a fender, and right there headed down the back straight. Look at Komarinsky surge ahead in the outside lane to defend the runner-up spot, while Greg Kelly runs away with the lead, and Richard Mitchell goes 3 wide in turn 4. Komarinsky takes the second position back from Pilla, who's now into 4th as a result of the Richard Mitchell surge ahead. Mitchell in car 22, the leading winner in the division. Now he's side by side with Komarinsky. Let's see if Komarinsky can still hold the high side. No. In turn 2, Mitchell completes the pass by a car length and then sets sail from Komarinsky. Pilla now falling back another 2 or 3 spots. Brandon Manns, from a mid-pack starting position, has advanced all the way to 4th. Behind him is last week's winner, Bobby Henry. Kelly in the 98 leading Mitchell. Dave Merrow brings the 69 car pit side. Gary Wiltrout was unable to start this event, and with 2 drivers out of competition, Richard Mitchell challenges for the lead in turn 4. Mitchell, by a fender on lap number 9, has Kelly the rookie in the outside lane and completes the pass for the lead down the back straight. Richard Mitchell, the division's only 5-time race winner, now out in front. with former truck champion Kelly in second and Bobby Henry quickly advancing. He passed Brandon Mans for fourth and is now around Komarinsky for third. The Rolling Rock 33 car losing a position, going back into fourth and finding young Brandon Mans challenging him to the inside. Mans, a serious championship threat this season in car 15, holds the inside lane through turn 4 and officially on lap 11 takes over fourth position. Komarinsky now scored in the 5th spot. Mans in 4th. 3rd is Bobby Henry after starting 12th. 2nd is still Greg Kelly, keeping the leader Richard Mitchell within about 6 or 8 car lengths. Working lucky lap 13, Richard Mitchell increasing his lead in car 22. Mitchell, the 2-time track champion of Motordrome Speedway and former NASCAR Northeast Region champion, leading division rookie Greg Kelly of Connellsville. And he has another Connellsville racing legend on his back bumper, Bobby Henry, who has over 100 career feature victories, including last Friday here at Motordrome in the 3rd spot after starting 12th. Brandon Mans in 4th, John Komarinsky hanging on to 5th and distancing himself from Tommy Beck in the hopes to score a 3rd straight top 5 in the 33 car. And the 11 of Henry on lap 16 takes a position away from Greg Kelly. Greg Kelly this season has been tutored by veteran Bobby Henry, and the teacher passes the pupil for 2nd position. Richard Mitchell still out in front. Crossed flags indicating halfway through tonight's Napa NASCAR Super Late Model feature on Yellow Book Night at the Races. Richard Mitchell's lead is exactly half a straightaway over Bobby Henry. Mitchell, the 5-time winner. Henry, a 4-time winner. Kelly, the rookie, in 3rd. Brandon Mans in 4th, who comes into tonight 3rd in the championship point standings. Spin on the back straight. Dan Lewis is into the inside, retaining wall in car number 8. The car number 8, driven by Dan Lewis from Monongahela, Pennsylvania, spinning by himself at the exit of turn number 2. He tried to gather it back in and then made hard inside wall contact with car number 8. Lewis last year was a winner in the truck division and the Charger division, competing this season full-time in the NASCAR late models, and has some damage that crew will need to repair before next week's battle. Wins this season, about to go at it again. Mitchell jumps on the loud pedal. We're green and racing. Just 2 weeks ago, Mitchell and Henry thrilled the fans racing door to door. That week it was Bobby Henry using the inside line and Richard Mitchell using the outside line as they swapped the lead repeatedly around this oval door to door for 10 laps. Curtis Stewart withdraws from competition, but Mitchell is able to hold now a 4 or 5 car length advantage over Henry after getting the edge on that restart. Keep in mind, race fans, Bobby Henry started 12th. Mitchell started closer to the front. Is it possible that Henry used up the life of all 4 tires just to get to second place, while Mitchell had already been leading the event? The lead battle is not materializing as we had planned, but the battle for third becomes a heated one. Rookie Greg Kelly in car 98 trying to fend off the 15 of Brandon Manns. Manns touches the apron of the racetrack and we see dust coming up from turn 3, but down the front straight, Kelly's lead on the third position is less than a car length. He extends that into turn 1. Kelly using a higher lane of the racetrack each lap in turn 2 and holds on to the position. Manns, a third-year driver with a sophomore late model team, now pulling almost even with Kelly. On lap 25, Kelly maintains the third position officially by just about a bumper. Kelly on the outside, Manns on the inside, side by side on the backstretch. Manns in car 15, now completing that pass in turn 3, and up to third on the speedway, it's Brandon Manns. Here on lap 26 of 35, the top 3 drivers in the running order of this feature are in the same order as they run in the championship standings coming into tonight. Turn 3, John Komarinsky has a problem and 2 cars pass him by. Komarinsky's Rolling Rock 33 car slowed at the entrance to turn 3. And the right side of the car indicates he may have made some wall contact on the back straight. Tom Beck in the 91 and John Messenger in the 51. Both stormed past Komarinsky on the same lap, and the telltale white walls on the side of the tires indicating Komarinsky may have had back straight wall contact. It's lap 28 and Richard Mitchell continues to lead Bobby Henry. 2 cars that now have nearly a straightaway between themselves and Brandon Manns in third. Spin in turn 4, Chad Hemphill in car 18, spinning as is the 0-0 of Larry Bahana. Those cars were racing a couple car lengths apart when I caught that incident, so maybe a little mysterious that they both spun at the same time. 18 of Chad Hemphill from Monongahela and the 0-0 of Larry Bahana. Bahana, longtime veteran of racing at Motordrome Speedway in the 0-0 car, making this is his 3rd or 4th start of 2006 in the 0-0 car. Five laps to go and the green flag is waving. Mitchell leading Henry, and Henry sticking much closer to the race leader this time. With 5 laps to go, less than a car length separating the 2 out of turn number 2. Down the backstretch and into 3. Mitchell in the last battle with Henry chose the outside lane to defend his lead. He did so successfully 2 weeks ago. Last week, Henry got the win, and the leaders are racing close together on the back straight with 4 laps to go. And now with 3 to go, Mitchell opens up his advantage over Bobby Henry. The 2 nearest rivals in track championship points for the season. Mitchell with 2 laps to go before a division-leading 6th victory, as Bobby Henry is losing car lengths to Mitchell and maybe losing car lengths to Brandon Manns in car 15. Another excellent run for Manns, who has put distance between himself and 4th running Greg Kelly. White flag in the air. Tom Beck is hanging on to 5th behind Kelly. And the former ARCA Remax Super Speedway veteran and Busch Series competitor, Richard Mitchell. In car number 22 from Brewston Mills, West Virginia, we'll see another checkered flag in the quest for his 3rd track championship over Bobby Henry. Monte Carlo number 22, and he's out of the car and can hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Mitchell.
They both used to drop her ball back.
Richard, talking to you for the division-leading 6th time here in Victory Lane. And last time that you and Bobby Henry had a restart real close on the racetrack, things got heated. And tonight it seemed like you had them handled pretty well. You were able to get a hole shot on that next to last restart. Tell us about that first one.
Well, we've changed our car around completely in the past couple weeks just because of Bobby making us work harder. Me and him will race each other hard. We're, a couple weeks ago we got together, but he's a good hard racer, and I just had a little bit better car tonight. I mean, it seems like if he's in front of me, I just can't get around him and vice versa. But it was pretty good. But like I said, we've changed our car around, springs, shocks, the whole deal to get this thing to try to get more grip. So it's starting to work. We got to tweak a little bit more.
Now, are there ever any changes in the drive line? Do you ever make gear changes to this race car? And I ask you that because that first restart, you blew Henry away. The second restart, he stayed right on your bumper. Are the restarts here all driver, or can you adjust the car for that?
When you're behind somebody, you just got to time it just right. You got to be up on the wheel of just watching what's going on. Most of these guys are running close to the same gearing. Once you get a setup throughout the whole year, you just got to start tweaking on different things, but the gearing usually stays the same.
Now, with all the other changes you made, this crew's been hard at work. How about a chance to thank them and the sponsors that have kept this car so fast all year?
Yeah, I definitely got to thank my family, my brother Chris. He anytime I tell him what's going on, he fixes it. Got a couple of my friends, Tony Glover, Kenny McCleary, Heidi Workman's here with me tonight, my girlfriend, my dad, my mom. I got to thank Frank Howard. Frank is the man. He's helped us out all year and for the past couple years. I got to really thank him. Howard Concrete Pumping, Carvel Ice Cream Stores, Martinelli's Auto Repair, Tom Clark Auto Family, Foreman Drywall, Turnkey Foundations. I know I'm missing somebody, but I just want to thank the fans for coming out. They're the ones that make it worth it.
And speaking of the fans, I asked Bobby Henry last week about the relationship with yourself and he, and I noticed you and his brother having a good time at the drivers' meeting last week. You know, the fans would actually like this better if you two guys would hate each other a little bit, but it seems like you get along too well for even the fans' taste.
Yeah, me and Bobby, I bought parts off Bobby ever since we started, and we're just friends. I mean, he knows that if I get into him, we laugh about it, vice versa. I mean, we've had our rivalries here before, but not between us and Bobby.
Well, there he is, a 6-time winner from Brewston Mills, West Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Mitchell. Beck, 16, Gary Scott, 9, Rick Huffman, 7, Ben Easler, 40, Brian Ship, 50, Jeff Giles, and the 2 of Mike Musiak complete the field as we go Lincoln Welders Open Wheel Modified Racing. 20 laps the distance, and we got a problem up front. Bo Glemba spins the 99. He collects Tom Beck under the apron of the racetrack. Ben Easler in the 7 and Brian Ship in the 40 able to move around the incident. And Glemba continues on. Maybe Beck made the hardest contact in that incident. Will force a complete restart double file. Getting set to go racing on Yellow Book night at the races. And we're green. Contact between Kostelnik and Harry Opfer means a bit of 3-wide racing in turn 2. Back to 2 wide now. And up front, Tom Frank, the leader. Adam Kostelnik and Jim Nicola fighting for second position behind the teenager. Tom Frank in car 6 now leading. Points leader Adam Kostelnik in second. Kostelnik, the street stock feature winner earlier tonight. It's been a long, long time since anyone has doubled up feature wins at Motordrome Speedway. And Kostelnik trying to make it 2 for 2 tonight in the Subway Street Stocks and the Lincoln Welders Modifieds. Now Matt Panaya has shuffled his way into third in the quest for a career first win. Harry Opfer in the 01 now up to fourth as the entire inside line is freight training Jim Nicola in the 5. Adam Kostelnik in car 60, the division's only 3-time feature winner, is knocking on the back bumper of the teenage Ohio driver leading this field. Matt Penaya is third, and he's tagging the rear bumper of Kostelnik. Then it's Harry Ofer in fourth, and George Nicola battling Gary Scott for fifth. Lead battle goes wheel to wheel down the back straight. Adam Kostelnik moves to the high side after haunting leader Tom Frank. Matt Penaya stays tucked into third, and out of turn 4, new leader as we begin to score lap number 6 of 20 is Adam Kostelnik. Jim Nicola, who started on the front row in car 5, has a mechanical problem with that machine. He will join Tommy Beck as retirees of the event. Kostelnik opens up a big lead now on Tom Frank. Third is Matt Penaya, and Gary Scott has taken fourth away from the 01 of Harry Ofer. Gary Scott in car 16 from Irwin, Pennsylvania, second in the championship point standings to the driver who's leading this feature. Scott switches to the high lane, just as Kostelnik did, to pass Penaya and challenge Tom Frank. On lap 8 of 20, Penaya falls back into fourth, and wheel to wheel is the battle for the runner-up position. Kostelnik drives away from him, and Harry Ofer gets rear bumper contact from Nicola, spins to the inside of the back straight. Harry Ofer of Bell Vernon in car 01 got light rear bumper contact from the 97 of George Nicola and spins to the inside of the back straightaway. Of Bob Shipp in sixth. There's the green flag, and Kostelnik outguns him on the restart by 5-6 car lengths. Tom Frank in car 6 being haunted by the 32 of Matt Penaya in the battle for second position. Penaya, whose family's racing roots run deep back to the Heidelberg Raceway, makes light rear contact with Frank. Everybody continues on, and now Gary Scott returns to the high side. On the last half-completed lap, Scott had already cleared the 32 of Penaya and was challenging Tom Frank. The caution flag negated that lap and sends Scott back in the order a position and a half. Now with 10 laps down and 10 remaining, Scott finding less success in the high lane. Moving up to the top opens the inside for George Nicola to challenge. 4, now 5 cars locked in a battle for positions 2 through 7. Wheel to wheel now is the 97 of Nicola and the 16 of Gary Scott. That allows Matt Penaya to hang into the third position, chasing Tom Frank in the 6th, while Adam Kostelnik's lead is almost a full straightaway with only 8 laps to go. Contact up front, the 32 of Penaya gets hit by the 97 of Nicola. Great job by Bob Shipp in the 04 to miss 2 sliding race cars. Gary Scott was to the high side of all that action, and Penaya's car continues to skate just a bit in turn 4. Matt Penaya with a loose handling car 32 now. Gary Scott moves again to the high lane, and now Bob Shipp, the sophomore driver, joins this battle. 3 cars fighting for third position. Elizabeth, Pennsylvania's Bob Shipp, last year's Modified Rookie of the Year and former Charger champion. Tucked in behind Penaya's 32, who falls back into 4th, with Gary Scott in 16, finally completing a pass for third with 5 laps to go. Bo Glemba skates to the inside in car 99, having one of his worst feature events of the season, caught up in a caution at the start, and now losing spots near the finish of this race. Gary Scott, meanwhile, challenging for second on young Tom Frank. With Kostelnik way out in front. A problem entering turn 3 on the back straight. Matt Penaya spinning around. He did at least a 360 in car number 32. The Ohio teenager in second. Then Gary Scott as the green flag is waving. Gary Scott, while challenging Tom Frank for second, is in jeopardy of losing third to the 04 of Bob Shipp. 2 laps to go, and a wheel-to-wheel battle for top 5 positions is a thrilling one. Adam Kostelnik is making the lead all his own, but Gary Scott, with a nearly 3-wide high side pass, finally makes his way past Tom Frank in the 6 with the white flag in the air. Frank will now have to defend third position from Bob Shipp in the 04. Down the back straight, the Viglione Motorsports car number 60, 2-time modified champion and tonight's Subway Street Stock winner, Adam Kostelnik takes his second checkered flag in the Lincoln Welders Modifieds. Here you, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Kostelnik fulfills his prophecy of a double feature win night.
Like Jared?
Yeah, you need to go.
Well, Adam Kostelnik, you forecasted perhaps 2 victory lane ceremonies tonight, and it came true in a fashion that might be history-making. I don't know that anybody's ever won 2 races in 2 different divisions on the same night.
Yeah, I don't know if Flick ever did it in the truck and the modified, but so I'll be the second one. Howie said it was. But one thing I got to say, I forgot Tube City Beer. That's my boy Pete up on the hill. He hooks us up with the beer, and I forgot him in the street stock and Howie Bayless photography. But yeah, like I said, it was good starting spot, and Tommy Frank was pretty tough for, and I finally got a good run on the outside and got him though.
Now, you told us after last week's street stock win you were going to go and celebrate in a real big way. Is that celebration going to be to the second power tonight?
Yeah, well, it's always celebration, win or lose, but it really makes it sweet tonight, you know. And like I said, that's a Pete Tube City Beer, man. I can't thank him enough. You know, that's one of the best sponsors, free beer.
And now a chance to tell everybody about this modified that brings you to victory lane a second time tonight.
Yeah, it's Buzzy and Donna Viglione own the car. Harry Lazader's the crew chief. Can't forget Chris and Joe. It's just a whole family deal. You know what I mean? Vanessa, Des, Sue, Josie, I mean, George, Carol. It's just a family deal, and I'm just part of something special here. And like I said, I got to thank my sponsor, Lazader Auto Service, Bowling Machines, TCI Transmission Part, and Stan's Transmission. Thank the fans for coming out tonight.
He said it himself, something special, 2 wins in the same night for Adam Kostelnik. Yellow Book Charger Division, Ed Neidhart and Victor Keller lead him to the green flag. And we're racing the Yellow Book Chargers on Yellow Book night at the races. Problems for Bill Oldham in the 5, Bob Garchak in the 44, able to steer around that machine. And in turn number 1, Oldham's Monte Carlo sits, and if he can fire that machine up before the field catches up to him, he cannot, and we've got a caution flag for Bill Oldham in car 5. 3 rows, then it's Rick Broadwater in 9, Jimmy Christoffel in 04. 15-lap feature for the Yellow Book Chargers is underway. After starting last, Tracy Keller is 4th on the racetrack in 1 lap. Neidhart, the rookie in car 68, leading his first lap of any type here at Motordrome Speedway. Rookie has the lead. Four-time winner in second. Points leader in third as Victor Keller is shuffled back in the order. Working lap number 2, a challenge for the lead. The driver who started last is taken over the first position, and we're only beginning lap number 3. Tracy Keller with the biggest move of the night. Incredible. Chain of events with 3 laps completed. Tracy Keller from last to first. And Jimmy Stokes, who started 4th, is into second, challenging for the win. Pontiac Grand Prix, driven by Tracy Keller in car number 1. Chevrolet Monte Carlo is Jimmy Stokes in car 95, second position. On the second night of racing, these 2 drivers battling for the win were involved in a devastating crash in turn 1 that severely damaged the Rick Broadwater 9. But on lap 6, Jimmy Stokes fights to the inside of points leader Tracy Keller and has taken over the lead. Leaders approaching the scoring line to begin working lap number 9. Best battle on the track is for 4th. Rick Broadwater in car number 9, the veteran, and the 7 of Matt Gardner, who's a rookie to this division of competition, fighting it out for 4th position. Last season, Broadwater in the 9 won 2 feature races in the Charger division. Last year, the 7 of Matt Gardner won 2 features in the American Flyer division, and then promptly moved up to 8-cylinder racing. On lap 10, Gardner has taken the 4th position over in the West Side Lube and Tire 7. On lap 11, the leaders on the back straight. Moving around the slower machine of Pittsburgh's Bob Garchak. Jimmy Stokes continues to lead Tracy Keller. Stokes, one of the biggest feature winners last season, and Keller, second in the championship points chase last year, is leading the standings for 2006. He's in second spot. In third, rookie Aaron Minjock, who's a 2-time winner. Minjock got his first racing victory last season in the American Flyers division and is all by himself in third, as Matt Gardner has now pulled away from Broadwater all by himself in 4th. Final lap, leaders make contact in turn number 2. On the back straight, Stokes with almost 2 car lengths advantage into turn number 3. And the 2 leading winners of the division very close at the finish line. Jimmy Stokes will win it. Rear-wheel drive cars. And ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Stokes can hear you now. Well, Jimmy, you're one of the hardest charging drivers out there. You're known for passing a whole bunch of cars on any one given lap, but Tracy Keller went from last to first in a single lap while you were still in row number 2.
It's a shame, man. You know, what can I say? Great man, great driver. Everybody out here is better than me. I just get lucky sometimes, I guess.
I don't think I believe that, because you've been here at Victory Lane so many times now this season with car number 95. Tell us a little bit about that battle. I know you like it better when somebody's nipping at your heels, and he was there for a little while, then came right back at you at the end.
Get her done. That's all I'm going to say. I got 4 more races. The rest finish up the season, and I'm going to win all 4 of them. Like it or not, don't matter.
There it is, the declaration of 4 more wins, and how about a chance to thank the sponsors and crew that can help you get that done.
My wife, Mary, my daughter, Samantha, my mother, Alice, Harmony Auto Parts all the way, UPMC McKee Sport, the Larry Lint crew in turn 4. Get her done! Woo! Fort Robinson Outlets, Cheer Band Tires, Cars by Dave, Adam Kostelnik, Mike Bacalon, I owe you. And Rick Miller, I still love you, man.
There it is, the declaration of 4 more wins this season. Jimmy Stokes, the leading winner in the Yellow Book Charger division. Second, third, and last, as Gary Ankrum from Smithfield, who gave out those Bendon Publishing NASCAR coloring books tonight, leads the field to the green, looking for his first asphalt feature victory, and we're 3 wide at the start. Hard contact made on lap number 1. And Dan Jordan's orange Buick benefits from multi-car contact. Jordan started 4th. And when the 16 of Lynch and the 1 of Keller made contact, Ankrum was the guy that got the worst end of it. He now spins to the apron in turn number 4. See if Ankrum can get that car restarted to avoid a caution flag. Jordan continues to lead this event now on lap number 1, and we're going to need the caution for the disabled Ankrum 21 machine. And Dan Jordan will lead Gregory Lynch, Ron Eifert, and I guess we can call him a rookie. Denny Keller may have never raced in this division before. Andy Giles in the 05. Let's hear it, you Mopar fans. Making an inside pass on the Chevy Cavalier of Denny Keller in his first start in the division. Ron Eifert in car 61, losing the 3rd position to the 05 of Giles. That puts him door to door with the 1 of Keller. And here comes last week's winner, Larry Vance in car 28, joining that fight for 4th position. Battle for the lead, meanwhile, Dan Jordan and Gregory Lynch. The car that Gregory Lynch is driving, number 16, has had 3 different drivers behind the wheel this season, including last year's champion Ed Deneen, Sal Deek, and himself. And 3 drivers have all taken a checkered flag in that number 16 car. Dan Jordan in the 32 falls back about 3 car lengths into 2nd spot now. Giles in 3rd, Keller in 4th, Vance in 5th. Three laps to go. Don't count out Dan Jordan just yet. driver of the 32 car in second position last year, was a feature winner in the Charger division. He moved backwards on the Motordrome Speedway ladder of progression this year and has been dominant in the American Flyers. Leaders approaching Mary Catherine Shimko in the 44. White flag waving for young Gregory Lynch in car 16. Last season, that very Chevrolet Cavalier was in victory lane 13 times at the hand of division champion Ed Deneen. And Dan Jordan will have only one more opportunity to make a bid for the win. Out of turn number 4, his third checkered flag and second time winning against the veterans, young Gregory Lynch in car 16. He's out of the car. Ladies and gentlemen, Gregory Lynch. Well, Gregory, every week we go through the mystery of who's going to be driving car 16, and tonight it was you, and this is your second win among the veterans as a teenage young gun racer. Tell us about this one. That was hard fought. You had to get around the points leader.
It was a little bumping going on. I might have hit a few people in there. It was hard to get through the traffic, but once it got out to me and Dan, I ran him down, passed him cleanly, and tried holding on to my lead.
Now, we saw several laps out there dropping the left front wheel off the apron of the racetrack and some dust kicking up out there. What's that re-entry like coming off the dirt and back onto the pavement when it gets a little bit out of your reach there in the turns?
You really don't notice it. Just tire grabs when you go in sometimes, and you're just riding it and pops out and head up to the wall.
Now, it says on this race car you're the crew chief, so how about if you set us straight on who all the crew and sponsors of this fast ride are?
Crew is pretty much everybody you see behind me. My sponsors are Antique Auto Appraisal, Sal's Garage, the Snap-on, Nisi, Lamar's Kitchen. I said it. And Ed, pretty much. My mom in the stands tonight.
And Ed's right there to correct the sponsorship mentions for him. He's getting used to victory lane now. Gregory Lynch in car 16.